Hi, I'm Chad with Mastercam, and in this video, I want to show you how to take advantage of the new Contextual Selection Tabs in Mastercam 2020. Contextual Selection Tabs reduce mouse travel distance and reduce the number of clicks needed to perform frequently used Mastercam commands. The integration of these tabs is so seamless that you may not even notice that you're using them. I was only provided with a model for the left side of the car, but we need to make parts for both the left and the right side. So before I can start programming, I need a mirrored copy of the part geometry. Instead of clicking on the Transform tab to access the mirror command, I'm going to click on the solid body instead. The Solid Selection tab appears, giving me quick access to tools that I would commonly use on a solid body. From here, I'll open the mirror command. Did you notice that I didn't need to reselect the solid body? That's because mirror is a Mastercam command that supports pre-selection of geometry. I want to mirror the model about the y-axis with 0x offset, and I want to make a copy, not move the original geometry. On the Advanced tab, I'll turn on New Attributes because I want to put the copy on level 3. I can click OK, and the mirrored results are ready to go. If I turn level 1 off and level 3 on, I can see that the mirrored geometry looks good, except for the Mastercam Dynamic M logo. When moving a logo, you should use Rotate instead of Mirror, because Rotate won't reverse the logo. The easiest way to move only the logo in this case is to extract it from the original model. Let's turn level 2 on and turn level 3 off. I need to trim these lines together so I can create a Boolean tool. Now, if I select any of this wireframe, the Wireframe Selection tab appears. You can see that this tab contains a different set of tools compared to the Solid Selection tab. I'll use the Divide tool to trim these lines to a closed chain. Now that this is a closed chain, I can extrude it into a solid. I'll select a piece of wireframe again, which will open the Wireframe Selection tab. I'll launch the Extrude command from this tab, which saves me from having to go to the Solids tab first. I want to extrude in both directions by 0.8 inches, so I'll select my wireframe, then enter 0.8 inches under distance, and turn on the Both Directions checkbox. If I window select the extrusion and chain, Mastercam opens the Geometry Selection tab. Again, this contextual tab contains commands that would be frequently used when selecting multiple geometry types. I'll select Mirror to make a copy of my geometry and choose Y as the axis I want the geometry to be mirrored about. These two blocks will be used as my Boolean tools. My part is on level 1, so I'll turn that on and select the upright. Since Boolean supports pre-selection, I can launch it from the Solids Selection tab and it automatically recognizes the upright as my target body. I'll select my tool body and select Common as the operation type. I don't want to delete the original upright geometry, so I'll also enable the non-associative checkbox and make sure Keep Original Target Solid is checked. Once I turn off level 1, I can see that I've isolated the Dynamic M logo. Now that I have an isolated copy of my logo, I can replace the logo on my mirrored geometry. Using the geometry I mirrored earlier, I'll run the Boolean command again, selecting my target and tool bodies. This time, I do want to remove the common geometry, so I'll choose Remove as the operation type and uncheck the non-associative checkbox. Now all I need to do is move the isolated copies of the logo into place and use Boolean to add them to my mirrored part. I'll set my construction plane to front and select the isolated logo. On the Contextual Selection tab that opens, I launch the Rotate command. I have a center point on level 2 that I want to use as my rotation center point. I'll rotate the logo by 180 degrees and it aligns perfectly. I can launch Boolean one more time and use the add operation type to combine the two selections. I now have a mirror image of my upright geometry with the correct logo. Having the contextual selection tabs active allows me to work faster when modeling or working with geometry, since I don't have to manually select the different tabs in the ribbon. I can also customize the contextual selection tabs to remove or add commands. It's completely up to me how I use them. I can even turn the contextual selection tabs off if I want to. To edit, enable, or disable the tabs, I just go to Customize the ribbon and select Tool Tabs from the drop-down list on the right. The checkbox next to each tab will enable or disable it. I can also add and remove commands by using the Add and Remove buttons, just like customizing any of the ribbons in the interface. Modifying these tabs for your individual needs lets you work quickly, efficiently, and saves a lot of time throughout the day.